Hello and welcome back to Princess Evangile. Morning. Oh, you're up. Yeah, just woke up now. Here, you can have it first. Thanks. Why does black tea taste so good right after you wake up? I got a fresh cup and filled it from the pot. I'd really gotten used to the routine by now. Did you sleep well? Yeah, like the dead. It was a little cramped, but it's kind of nice, sleeping with the person that I love. Me too. Though I fell asleep while I was waiting for you. You were talking in your sleep. You must have been really tired. But you also got up before me. You feel so careless. Careless? You watched me while I was sleeping, right? Though it would feel just as bad as if you hadn't, in a way. I watched you. For quite a while, actually. I knew it. It's a little embarrassing. You looked really cute sleeping. Oh no. You can't say that to an older woman. Ayaka-san looked honestly bashful about it. I would feel embarrassed if she'd done it to me too, but she didn't seem like she minded that much. I mean it though. Couldn't help but kiss you too. Oh. I had a dream where I was eating sausages. Was that you, Masaya-kun? Nope, I'm not touching that innuendo. We all know what the implication of that sentence is meant to be. I'm not touching it. No, it's just a kiss. Is that why she was grinding her teeth? Probably good I didn't use my tongue. Well, that went without saying anyway. Oh, is that what they were implying? Okay. I assumed they were implying something else. Seriously, guys, have I just got a dirty mind, or did everybody else see that as well? This is the first time I've seen you with your hair down, Ayaka-san. Oh, you might be right. She brushed her hair back. She usually wore it up, so it was my first time seeing her do that. And for some reason it set my heart racing. Her hair was so beautiful in the early morning sun. It almost seemed like a waste to do it up like she did. Then again, the style did suit her, of course. I like you, with your hair down too. Thanks. I guess letting me see it like this is part of being lovers. Seriously, I really like it. Yeah. Oh, we've now skipped like 4 days, okay. Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve rolled around, and on the day when most of the world was celebrating, we would have dinner together at the Pittore Moon Rock. Truth is, it's already all booked up. I don't use family connections to get us a table. Wow, is the restaurant really that popular? Yeah, it's really thriving. Guess it doesn't mean much coming from me, but I think Dad's an amazing chef. Well, shall we? Will your father come out to see us? Not sure. I told him I'd be coming with my boyfriend, but if he comes out, I'll have to introduce myself to him. I cleared my throat for no real reason. Are you nervous? Of course I am. I'll be introducing myself to my girlfriend's father. It's only natural. He must be really strict, right? What do you mean? Well, he married the headmistress, so... Ah, no, not at all. On one hand, he's sociable and personal, and on the other, he's... Ayaka-san thought for a minute and then sighed, a wry smile on her face. I guess he's a bit like the eternal youth. Eternal youth? It's pretty unreliable for a guy who owns his business. He and Mother are complete opposites. I see. So you shouldn't have to worry that much. Roger that. We remained discreet while still on campus, but the minute we got on the bus, we took each other's hands. Christmas is the day couples spend together out in the world, right? No, not really, no. That's right. Most years I spent it alone. Working. Working? Playing Santa, selling cakes, frying chicken. So in the past I've only thought of Christmas as a way to get work, but well, now that I have a girlfriend, I can honestly say it's pretty great. Seriously? I always spent most of the years watching TV at home. Ayaka-san twined her fingers with mine, playfully grinning. I've been so happy this year. Me too. The trees and lampposts were decorated, giving the town a very Christmassy feel. There really are a lot of people out. Ayaka-san looked all around, impressed. I guess there are a lot of couples in particular, right? Yep, and we're one of them. That's true. Ayaka-san released my hand and took my arm instead. Okay, let's go. Sure. I thought about that as we walked along, side by side, joining in with the Christmas spectacle. But with this many people out, all of the restaurants must be packed. Popularity might have nothing to do with it. Repertory moon rocks, you mean? Well, I think the food there is pretty great myself. Really? I'm glad to hear you say that. Are you and your father close? Well, we get on alright, I guess. But Dad's so unreliable. Ayaka-san shrugged slightly. Sometimes I wish she'd fight for me a little more often, though. Still, there's no point complaining about it this late in the game. Fight for you? Against the headmistress? Yeah. Ayaka-san had asked me a few times if she could rely on me. Maybe this was the reason why. It's really hard to get a read on her parents. After all, the headmistress went out of her way to say things she didn't have to say, telling Ayaka-san she wasn't her real daughter. And the master of the house, well, even if he'd just been adopted into it, was powerless to oppose it. It was possible the headmistress was just being mean to her stepdaughter, but... This might be a strange question, but do your parents get along? I'm not sure how to answer that. We lived in the dorm most of our lives. Neither Ritsuko or I really knows the truth. I see. Well, no matter how unreliable he is, I think it's strange that he never takes your side. I guess. Well, not every man in this world is as reliable as you. What's going on here? Maybe I'd get a better handle on her father's character if I met him tonight. The restaurant really was packed, but we managed to make it to the table that had been reserved for us. I ordered full-course meals for both of us. Is that okay? Yeah, I'll eat anything. Okay, so just pick your drink. I opened the drink menu and thought again of how fancy the binding was. The course includes pre-meal wine, but that's out for you, Masaya-kun. Right. Seriously? Okay, I'm just going to break off and talk about alcohol laws in this country for a second. Or are we talking about, or is this a reference to the attempted assault thing? Oh, okay, fair enough. I was going to go on about alcohol laws, because in this country, if you're between 16 and 18, and you're having a drink with a meal, they'll let you do it, providing you're with an adult. So, you know, for example, if I was out on a meal with my parents back when I was 16 and they ordered a bottle of wine and 3 glasses with the meal, you know, that's perfectly legal, that's perfectly fine. And I think you can serve your children alcohol from basically any age that you feel they are suitable to handle it. You know, I've been drinking alcohol since I was about 10. What, maybe 12? No, not sure. It's been a long time since I started drinking, you know, but you start them off relatively slowly and you sort of build them up. Because it's interesting, the countries that have the much more relaxed alcohol laws have much lower, you know, mass drinking statistics, you know, much lower binge drinking statistics. You know, because people get used to it when they're young and they don't go nuts when they hit 18, basically. Or 21. Seriously, I cannot believe it's 21 in some American states. It's madness. I mean, technically, I have broken Californian law. Because, incidentally, if you're planning to try and arrest me, it's fairly pitiful. You know, parents and I had a bottle of wine in our room in a Californian hotel when I was about 14, 15. You know, and that was technically a breach of Californian law. But, you know, you'd have to be really pedantic to try and do us for it, so, you know. Okay, I'll stop going on about alcohol laws now. Just as we were eating the main course, lamb stufato, it was just like a soup with broth. It was very tasty. It happened. Ayaka and Ritsuku's father. Might I step in for a minute? And a man in a white apron appeared at our table, holding a hat in his hands. Oh, Dad. This guy. I got a free moment, so I thought I'd come out and see you. Seikun, allow me to introduce my father. Oh, nice to meet you. I tried to stand up. but ended up banging my knee on the table. You can stay seated. You can talk the way you always do. Yes, that's right. Oh. He really did seem very personable. And as one would expect from Ritsuko-chan and Ayaka-san's father, he was a good-looking man, and he looked young for his age. This is my boyfriend, Masaya-kun. Pleased to meet you. My name is Okunogi Masaya. Ayaka-san and I, He tilted his head in confusion. I feel like I've seen you before. Oh, you know, I told you he's been here before? No, there's something else. Oh, that's it, I know. You were here with the mob guys, right? Yes. Mob guys? Oh, this is amazing, Aya-chan. He calls her Aya-chan? Kuji-san, for that appeared to be his name, spoke to Ayaka-san cheerfully. Oh, he took the first one out with something like a judo throw. Threw him right out of the restaurant. The second time, I think the guy actually had a gun. He looked at me inquiring. But he took him down without the slightest fear. It's like something out of a movie. Ayaka-san just stared up blankly as her father talked and talked. Of course, so the guy from that time is Aya-chan's boyfriend. Got it. Aya-chan, you've got yourself a good man. Right. Her dad ran back to the kitchen in panic when called. Must have stayed out too long. That's right. The news club wrote about what you'd been up to shortly after you arrived. Yeah, I was afraid I'd caused a lot of trouble for the people here, huh? Glad your father wasn't mad. Quite the contrary. I think he really likes you. Maybe. Well, I hope so. While we were still talking about it, he came back. Will the two of you have some time after this? Yeah? Then let's chat for a bit after the restaurant closes. I'd like to get to know my daughter's boyfriend too. Right. Do you think you could stick around after you finished eating then? You can hang out inside too if you want. Sure. We talked for a long time. Ayaka-san's father really was quite easygoing for his age. But at the centre of it all, I could tell that he cared deeply for Ayaka-san. Okay, see you later. Right, salutations. Excuse us. We talked for so long that we'd missed the last bus, so our father had driven us back up in his car. It's gotten pretty late. I'm sorry he kept us out so long. No, he seems like a nice guy. And a good father. Really? Yeah. But I guess he becomes unreliable the minute you put him in between his wife and his daughter. The word henpecked exists for a reason. There were plenty of instances where the husband had a lower standing than the wife. Yet something felt off about this. Christmas Day. Tell me you got her something good. Tell me you actually remembered to buy her something and didn't just offer yourself up again. Phew. Doing homework together sure makes things go a lot faster. If you'd just tell me the answers, it'd go even faster. Better not count on me for that. Well, setting that aside, I think you just end up procrastinating when you're by yourself. Yeah, well, that's that too. Although, being alone with my boyfriend might tempt me to do other things I shouldn't. Ayaka-san put her elbows on the table, bringing her face close to mine. She was right about that, and it felt like we'd been working hard, but we still haven't made a lot of progress. Who cares? More, please. You're so spoiled, Masaya-kun. While we were messing around, her phone rang. Ow! Just when it was getting good. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing homework. Oh, no fair. Playing the good boy. I know you were into it. I think that's your phone, Ayaka-san. Looks like it. Oh, it's Ritsuko. Hello? What did she say? All throughout the call, Ayaka-san had been scowling about something. And in the end... Okay, wait a minute, I'll ask Masaya-kun. And with that she hung up. What could it be? Listen, apparently Mother plans to go to a ball today. A ball? The word conjures up images of a thoroughly high-class event. You and the others probably don't know this, but Ritsuko's had kind of an arranged marriage partner for a while now. Seriously? This was the first I'd heard of it. I was so surprised that I jumped about 5 centimetres off my own cushion. Of course, Mother set it up. Maybe because she sees her own marriage as a failure, she's so determined to arrange something for Ritsuko. But, well, an arranged marriage is... yeah. But apparently that's dead in the water now. Ritsuko-chan refused and broke it off. I see. I'm relieved to hear that. But Mother's not just going to give up because of that. Ritsuko still has 2 more years until she graduates and finishes. That's why she's sending her to the ball. So she'll find a new man. Well, at least that's the hope. Oh, I see. But you said something about me earlier. What was it? Ritsuko finds dancing really awkward. She doesn't like standing that close to men. She asked if I might go in her place. But I'd rather not go alone, even if it is for my sister, so... in her place. Can you do that? Oh, sure. Mother's been busy with church work yesterday today. She won't be coming with us. Headmistress was a Christian, so it only makes sense she spent a lot of time in church around Christmas. And nobody there knows what Ritsuko looks like, so I just had to fake her signature at the sign-in. What do you think? Well, I'm okay with it. Got it, thanks. Ayaka-san pressed some numbers in her phone. Okay, then we dance together tonight. Thinking about a ball just reminded me of the May Festival. I danced with Ayaka-san then too. I'd stepped on her feet quite a bit. But maybe we'd be okay this time. Though I hadn't actually danced once since then. Seriously? You don't dance regularly? I'm sorry, I'll freely admit I'm the kind of guy who will quite happily put on some loud, obnoxious music and have a bit of a dance. This is the advantage of being alone in the house most of the day. Come in. Sorry for the wait. Well, shall we? Sure. I see. You brought your clothes. Ayaka-san turned her eyes to the paper bag in my hand. I couldn't exactly walk around in clothing like that, so I'd folded it neatly and put it inside. Never thought this would come in handy again. Me neither. I'll probably never wear this again after I graduate. You want me to carry it? Oh, I'm fine. It's quite light. Really? The skirt was pretty long, as I recall. The skirt is... well, the top's pretty revealing, so it evens out. Ah. That was true. It exposed her shoulders, which I certainly like to see. The fabric's light too. All in all, it's quite an indecent outfit. Yeah, it really is. I understand why Ritsuko was upset though. I wouldn't want to dance with someone I'd never met either. Yeah. I nodded. I couldn't stand the thought of Ayaka-san taking the hand of some other guy. It's just a dance. So that's the thing, I am a remarkably unjealous person. I was thinking, mind if I dance with this person? Yeah, sure, go for it. Well, long ago in France, balls were places where people sought out romance. That's why they called dolcellette. Okay, I cannot be pronouncing that right because dolcellette is a type of cheese. It's a very nice cheese as well. Puts the assets at the forefront. Décolleté. What's that? Okay, so that's the correct pronunciation, is it? You don't know? Then I'll show you. When we get there. Is she referencing her cleavage, by any chance? The dance was being held in the hall of a hotel, and we showed our invitations at the door and signed in the guest book, and went to our respective rooms. Okay, how does Masaya have an invitation as well? Or, because I'm assuming Ritsuko's probably didn't have a +1 on it? Or was it technically the headmistress's invitation with a +1, and she instead told Ritsuko that she had to go? Possibly. And at the May Festival, the orchestra club had played a live waltz. Here they had a pro orchestra. And a lot of men showed interest in Ayaka-san before the music started, but naturally I refused to leave her side. Well, you'd have a hard time leaving her side given that you wouldn't be able to see where you were walking. I'm sorry, I can't get over this. Why? Yeah, one of the commenters on one of the previous videos in this series has actually said that it's, it's meant to be the idea that you are constantly seeing through his eyes. So in order to see him, his eyes have to have left his body, but that, yeah, I'll freely admit that freaks me the hell out because I've just got a mental image of his eyes just popping off and hovering around the room. I never felt so protective of a person in my life. Must be what it means to be in love. We remained silent for a while, moving to the melody. I didn't have any particular love of dancing, but when the partner was the girl that I loved, I was bound to have fun. Oh, you're quite good. Really? You haven't stepped on my feet once today. I think you mentioned it. It seemed like my body had learned the steps, though I was only doing basic ones. You really are skilled. Would you like to try dancing with somebody else for today? No? I'm fine here. It was a joke. I would never allow it. Seriously? That to me seems a little bit controlling. On both their parts. But incidentally, going back to Richard's fashion debates, you call that dress revealing? That's a little bit of back, right? I've seen stuff that goes down there-ish. Right the way down the back. It doesn't have much in the way of front either. Oh, that's right. Oh, screw it. Thing I mentioned earlier. You're looking at it right now. Oh, does that mean décolletage? Looking at it. I tilted my head questioningly, but she only smiled. Where? I really don't know. I could feel your eyes on it a minute ago. Maybe I was mistaken. Are you talking about your boobs? I whispered low to her. Correct. Yeah, I'd definitely been glancing at them before. The cleavage. Of course, I'd seen a lot more than that. You'd think I wouldn't be that interested in it, but... Oh well. Clothing really did have a power in its own way. The revealing dress was so sexy I couldn't help but look. Hey, there are chairs lined up against the walls, right? What about them? Only women are allowed to sit there. Do you know why? Chivalry? Well, that might be part of it. The walls were also a place for people to evaluate each other. When a woman sits down, you can see her décolletage. Seriously, how on earth is that pronounced properly? Anyway, that's why only women sit. Is that really the reason? Well, that's what I read in a book of trivia once. Wow. Given that time period, I'm surprised that's something they'd admit to. If we're talking classical French, pre-revolutionary business, which is usually what you think of when you think of ridiculous over-the-top French balls. And then again, they were really into their cleavage-exposing dresses during that time period. Yeah, but let's face it, that's back in the time period when what you really wanted in a wife was A, some nice childbearing hips, and B, as much money and or land as her father was willing to give you to take her off his hands. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's still really kind of backwards and medieval, but hey, it was the medieval age. Well, technically it was post-medieval. In fact, you're probably pushing the Renaissance by that time. But anyway, after the ball, we returned to Venice's. Masaya-kun, what are you doing for New Year's? You're not going home, right? Probably not. Still don't know where my dad is. My mom has her own family. I see. Would you like to come to my house for dinner? Mother's actually surprisingly good at cooking. I think I'd better not. Well, I'm sorry. I really do have to go home for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Don't want to pick another fight with Mother. I'll be back right away in a second, so just wait for me, okay? Sure. And we're now past New Year's. On the second day of the new year, Ayaka-san and I paid a visit to the shrine. It was Tsukushi's shrine, the same one we'd gone to during the summer. Coming here makes me think of the summer festival. Yeah. We were still just friends back then. It's almost impossible to believe now. Seriously. Oh, they're selling sweet sake. Sweet sake won't get you drunk, will it? It probably will. Can't count on you for anything. Oh well, I'll have some after we pay our visit to the shrine. If you don't think you can handle it, I'll drink yours. Sure. And so we walked towards the shrine hall, and even though it was the day after New Year's, the grounds were still crowded, and between this and the summer festival, it seemed to be a popular shrine. Masaya-kun, what did you do on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? I watched TV. Me too. Oh, by the way, Mother found out about the ball. Huh? and for a minute I thought she was talking about the sex. Well, that didn't seem likely. People there realised it was strange that she would come with a partner. Some mother found out about it. Right. What happened? First big fight since our walk of shame last summer. Apparently Ayaka-san didn't bear her real feelings very often. She'd been enraged when Kyoko-chan kissed me, and Ritsuko-chan had been surprised to see it. It was almost as if she'd never seen it before. Well, I don't think she cares much about me myself, Ayaka-san shrugged. It's all about Ritsuko. I think it's crazy the way she always tries to arrange dates and dances for her, even though she doesn't like it. Yeah. So I got mad too, and I wish Mother would open her eyes already. We prayed at the shrine hall, and then tried the sweet sake at the corner of the shrine grounds. It's good. So I rarely get to drink sweet sake. I brought the cup to my mouth with some trepidation, laughing at it almost like a cat. Oh, Seikun, you don't have to pick at it like that. Well, you know. Right now it's okay, you know. If you want to get a little wild. I don't know. But you really were incredible then. Well, depending on your viewpoint, anyway. Wouldn't it be a waste to do something that fun without being sober for it? No, again, as long as you can remember it the next day, I think it's fine. Oh, Masaya-kun, you perv. Sweet sake didn't have much alcohol taste to it at all, so I felt safe downing it. By the way, my dad was acting pretty strange yesterday. Strange? Did he have a fight with your mom? No, it's not that. I told Dad I wanted to pay a proper visit to Mom's grave with him this year, so I asked for the real anniversary of her death. Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, I mean, well, no one ever told me, I never asked. You think it's pretty heartless, huh? No. My eyes had widened in a way that seemed to give her the wrong idea. I was just surprised by the situation. Maybe it was a little strange for someone not to know the anniversary of her own mother's death. But there was more to it than that. Something nagging inside me that I couldn't put into words. But for some reason, Dad wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't tell you? I found that so strange that I could only repeat her words. Yeah. He sort of avoided the question. I felt so strange, like disappointment and anger, so I decided not to push him any further. What could it possibly mean? Seikun, do you have any idea? I shook my head. But there's a way to find out. Huh? We should visit her grave. The date of her death should be on it. I suddenly felt anxious, and I wasn't sure why. And for some reason the decision to visit her grave had seized my chest with some strange anxiety. It felt like there must have been something weighing on my mind for a while. How long had it been? Since the last time we visited her grave? I wasn't sure. What was it I was thinking of? Well, that to me seems like a pretty good point to end this part. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next.